Hello and welcome to Sobrix. I'm Adam and this is Sobrix. This is my channel for reviewing Lego sets and building them and other Lego related stuff. In this video, I'm going to be taking a look at the Lego Marvel Spider-Man, Spider-Man's Monster Truck vs. Mysterio set. This is set number 76174. It has 439 pieces, and I paid $32 for this set. So this was really interesting. I believe this set is from a couple years ago, probably like 2021 roughly. And I randomly saw one on a shelf at a just a big store, a big chain store, and it wasn't in the right spot. There wasn't a price tag, so I didn't know how much it was going to be, and I scanned it on the app for the specific store, and it came up as like $85 or something. So I was like, no way am I going to get $85. And I kind of looked on Bricklink and I looked on eBay and different things, and I checked Brickset to see what this set retailed for and kind of got an idea. And I just thought I would scan it at the checkout and see what it rang up as. And so I was expecting to pay like $40 or $50 in that range, and it rang up as $32. So I don't know if that was the retail price in 2021. I know I looked it up, but I can't remember, or if that was like a sale price or something. But it was super crazy to find something like this on the shelves, especially after the store had just kind of rotated a lot of inventory because of all the new sets that had come out. So I'm imagining this was like, hidden somewhere under the shelves or was in the back somewhere, and someone just put it out and it rang up. So I thought for $32 that was a great price, and very, very happy about that because this is not a set that I have, and I actually don't know if I have a Mysterio figure. And then it looked like I had some other good stuff here as well. So very lucky find there. And so in this video, I'm going to open this up. I'm going to put this together, and then I'm going to share my thoughts on it. So while I build, I will speed the video up, and then I'll slow it back down to review this set. So until then, enjoy. Okay, so while we look at the build process for this Lego Marvel Spider-Man's Monster Truck vs. Mysterio set, I wanted to say thanks for watching, and then remind you, if you like this video, click the thumbs up. If you like my other videos, click the subscribe button. That helps me a lot. Thank you very much. And then I wanted to take some time to talk about the build. So in the first bag of pieces, we start off building some kind of minifigure accessories, among other things here. So actually a lot of parts get used for Doc Ock's arms there, and I actually think that's pretty cool. It's maybe one of the better versions of Doc Ock, even though it's kind of unwieldy. I really like it. Then we move on to building these drones, and from the box art I thought you only got one of them, but then I was building the set and turns out you get two of them, and these had a really interesting build. They're super compact, they're really nicely detailed and enjoyable. Then after that bag of pieces, we move on to the monster truck, and this was kind of a out of the ordinary build, I would say, in that the way the kind of suspension type thing was built, which you can see coming together here, was a little bit unique, using some of those like rubbery grommet type pieces, the 1x2 Technic axle ones, and just the core base of the truck is very narrow and also very tall, which lends itself to the monster truck kind of vibe, but it was just very unique for me. So I enjoyed that. We add some more of the detailing here. Now we can get more into the kind of hallmark colors of a Spider-Man set here. So we do have a little bit of the blue, a little bit of the white in there, and then a lot of red. We also had this big piece on the back for some neat function that I don't think I've seen that exact piece before, so that was pretty cool to see. Of course, there are stickers in this set, and overall this set felt pretty great. I feel really lucky to have found it, and I had a lot of fun building it. So I'll go more in depth in the rest of my review, and now on to my review for this set. Okay, so this is the Marvel Spider-Man's Monster Truck vs. Mysterio set. So I guess I kind of noticed this at the end of the instruction manual because it showed some of these sets that were released alongside this. And I believe I have, let me see if it is in here. I have some of these. I do not have, I don't think, any of these earlier kind of Marvel mechs here. But this is the set, the Monster Truck Mysterio set. But this one with Carnage and Ghost Rider, I have. And then I don't know if I've ever seen this set, but this looks really interesting. I would like to get some of these other spider suits in here. So some very cool stuff. And yeah, that does age this set a good amount. And then also there was something in here that I thought was a mistake in the printing of the instructions. Yeah, right here. So on step 16, you put these plates, you know, the 2x4, 2x4, 2x2, and then this 2x6 in the middle. And then 17, 18, 19, all the way towards 22, you build this other kind of sub-assembly, and then you attach it. But when you get to step 23, it has those plates attached to this sub-assembly instead of where we put them on step 16. So here they're attached to those like round bricks, and here they're not, and they're going to be pressed on there. So I thought that was unique. You don't always find little errors in instruction manuals, but it happens occasionally. In this case, it wasn't anything, it wasn't like a crazy error, but like the pieces are essentially where they're going to end up, but it was just something I noticed there. So that's very interesting, and there's a lot to look at in this set, so we will get right into it, and we will look at the minifigures, and I'm going to start with Spider-Man. So we have Spider-Man here, the blue pants there. I think this is a pretty common Spider-Man minifigure. I'm sure I have very many of these, including some newer versions that are still kind of similar here. So nothing on the legs, nothing on the midsection. We do have the nice printing on the arms. Torso printing is good. Muscular has got the fine lines for the webbing. Face printing is good. And then the back of the head is pretty typical. Back of the suit's pretty typical. They have a web blast piece here. And this is interesting because I don't know if I have the web blast in this exact kind of translucent white. It almost looks like a frosted glass kind of look there, and so it's like a little bit cloudy, so that's kind of unique. So we do have that. Then the other one we have is Spider Gwen or Ghost Spider. I think the box has this listed as Spider Gwen, and it could be that Ghost Spider is different, but I thought they were the same. So this is also similar to some other ones. Again, it has the kind of cloudy, translucent web blast here, slightly different one there. But nice kind of web patterning up on the shoulders, good definition for the hips and the waist area, nothing on the midsection, nothing on the legs, nothing on the arms. Does have the classic kind of white hood piece, no alternate face. Back of the torso is nicely detailed, very good. I think I have this same Spider-Gwen figure as well. Then we have Mysterio, and this is one that I was looking forward to because I don't think I have a Mysterio. So this is pretty good. It has a web or a power blast here from the hand that can be a projectile when flicked out of a minifigure hand. It does have a cape in a very nice color, and this is a single hole cape. It's very flimsy, very soft there. And then we have this kind of nice, it's like a satin translucent kind of piece here, but really before I feel like that became more common. So that's really cool for the Mysterio ball head. And then underneath that, we just have a plain minifigure head in a kind of like a teal almost, it looks like to me. So that's very interesting there. And then for the torso, we got some nice kind of like gold things here that hold the cape on, or what's what it looks like. Some nice patterning in the torso. Nothing on the midsection, nothing on the legs, nothing on the arms. And then Mysterio also has this kind of dual molded, translucent kind of I don't even know what to call this. It's magic swirly stuff, and this is a really cool piece. I've seen this in some Ninjago sets in different colors and some other things. I don't know if I have this exact color. I think it adds a lot of character here. It's a nicely molded piece. The dual molding is really good, and it just makes it look really, really interesting. So great to get that. And then we have Dr. Octopus. We have Otto Octavius here, and this is really, really cool to me. I have a few different versions of Doc Ock, including the more recent one that has the like venomized Doc Ock, which I liked, but it had a much more simplified arm thing here. This is actually maybe the most robust, most pieces I've seen used for Dr. Octopus's arms here. And so this is kind of interesting. For the accessories, we have a kind of big diamond gem piece that is just it's not like colored, it's just clear. We also have this bag, potentially money. We also have some of the money prints over here and some gold ingots, so maybe they are robbing a bank. And you do get an extra one of the kind of stuff here. So we get the $100 print and these gold ingot pieces, along with the bag and the diamonds and everything else. So that's pretty interesting. And as far as the printing goes, the head is pretty good. We have the goggles on there, pretty typical hairpiece for this character. We do have an alternate face, which is a different expression there, which is very, very nice. And then the torso is about average. I like the kind of reflective metallic kind of lines throughout there. The back of the torso is hard to see, but I don't think it really has too much going on, but we can take a look at that so we can see some of the stuff on the back that plugs into the spine and some of the like more attach points for the arms. So I guess that's pretty good, pretty cool there. And for this character, there is nothing on the midsection, nothing on the legs, nothing on their arms on the minifigure, but then we have these really big octopus arms here. And this is interesting. So it does use stickers. This set as a whole uses several stickers. And actually, I guess I can talk about it now, but I can talk about it later too. My sticker sheet was cut very poorly. So a lot of my stickers have weird kind of cutoff issues here, and I think you can tell best kind of on some of these where the part that is red on the top is like much thinner than on the bottom, and on these like circle ones there's some part of the like sticker cutout that is not well centered, and all of these stickers were kind of like that on this one too, because this one ends up going horizontal there. The left side is way thinner than the right side, so that makes the stickers all a little bit off, not the best quality there. I think on these ones as well you can really see how bad the cutout is, so something to notice there. But we have these big arms here that are clipped to the accessory back there. We do have the 4 stickers on those slope pieces, and then we use some of these mixel joints. They're clipped on. We have a ball joint here and then another one at the end, and so they have a lot of articulation, and they can really kind of come together. They can go all out. And then at the ends, I really like the use of this piece in the center, this little translucent like green ball piece with the bar coming off of it. And I also really like how they did the claws here. And this kind of slope vent piece here, it feels like they don't do this color as much anymore. I wouldn't really call this pearl silver, and I wouldn't really call it, it's not like drum lacquered, and it's not like the gunmetal gray. It's something I think a little bit older that maybe they don't do as much anymore. At least that's what it looks like to me. And that might have been true for the like Ghost Rider Carnage set as well, where it might have had some of these on the car, but I'm not positive. So that looks really interesting. I think this looks great. It is really, really bulky, and you know, that's fine for something here, but it's a pretty robust set of arms for Doc Ock here, and that's pretty interesting. But I do like how it looks, so very cool. So that's all the minifigures, some of their accessories. I forgot to mention that there is a skateboard in this set. Imagining Spider-Gwen's skateboard there. That's pretty typical. And then we have some other side buildy stuff here as well. So we have these drones, and I actually don't know what these, like, if these are a specific company in, because I played the Spider-Man games, and I thought there was some company that had a similar color to this, but I can't remember off the top of my head right now. But we have two drones. These are actually really, really cool. Now, I don't think these are spider drones just because of the color, unless they were like Spider-Gwen's or something. So I want to say they're something else, but it could be that they're spider drones. I'm imagining these are more of something an antagonist organization would have, or something like Oscorp but not Oscorp, or something like the myriad of other rogues gallery kind of villains that Spider-Man encounters. But these are really, really great. They do use some stickers, so on this kind of pointed slope piece and on the round tile back there. And again, those weren't centered very well, so the cut is a little weird, so placing these stickers is a little weird. I did the best I could. I loved how these were built, and I was actually surprised at how many pieces they use and how cool they are. And you know, you get two of them, and I think only one of them was really on the box art as far as I could tell, and so to get two is a pleasant surprise. I think they look awesome. They're totally swooshable, and they have some fun stuff here. So they do use like the gunmetal gray stud for these older style stud shooters, but then we almost have kind of some stuff that reminds me of Portal for whatever reason, but we use the like translucent like light green there, and there's some behind there as well that it really pops here compared to all the gray and the black and the white. I like the use of these minifigure binoculars up there for some stuff. These pieces clipped on here is really nice. And these kind of slopes are used really well. So they're super compact, but they still have like a good amount of bulk to them. It's just they use a lot of tiny pieces. Building techniques are pretty straightforward, but some good use of brackets in here. And overall, I think they look really, really great. So it's very cool to have that here. I think these are really well designed. And nice that you get two of them, and then you do get the kind of action feature of having two stud shooters on each drone, and then you do get some extra of the gunmetal gray kind of studs. So I have two loaded up in each one here, and you get like 4 extras over there, so that's really cool. So kind of a ton of stuff over here, like a good amount of pieces in kind of the loot that Doc Ock is maybe stealing from a bank or whatever. Good amount of pieces for Dr. Octavius's Dr. Octopus's arms here. Good amount of pieces in the drones, and then the rest of the build is this Spider-Man monster truck here. So while we go on to that, the rest of the stickers, you know, there's 2 on each drone, which are these ones and these ones. There's 4 on Dr. Octopus's arms here, which are these 4, and then the rest are on the monster truck. So I'll kind of point those out here. Right on the top, Spider-Man, kind of on the roof of the car, that is a sticker. On this slope on the front, that is a sticker. And yeah, it's a bummer. This on the side closest to my pinky here that I'm pointing at, there's some red from the sticker there, but on the other side, the sticker is cut like pretty much where it's black, and so that's a real bummer there. And all of them are kind of going to have that error. It's maybe most noticeable on this one, but that's okay. We do have a sticker for the license plate here. It says Spider number 1. There's also a license plate at the back, so those are the same sticker. And then on the side, we have these web stickers here and the Spider-Man sticker there. I actually really like how these came together. I thought it was interesting that the top sticker and the bottom sticker are exactly the same. They're on different pieces, but they printed 4 of them, but they didn't like change the orientation of them on the print sheet, which they shouldn't need to do. But I would, it wasn't immediately clear to me that you were supposed to kind of mirror them and have one. It almost looks like it completes a web in like a circle here. And so when I initially put it on, I just put it on the same way, and I was like, wait, that doesn't look right. So I had to use my little blade to be able to get that off and put that back on there. But now that it's on there, it looks all right. I also don't love putting stickers on like a long brick like this that is offset by a bunch of the brick. I would have rather have this like come out a little further, even if it was just red. And same for this one here. It's not my favorite. I don't know if they do that as much anymore, but the end effect is really nice. How the Spider-Man font is kind of centered between these, which is really pretty well achieved, and the other side is very much the same there. So those are all the stickers, also on the rims, these spider web rims here. So we have 4 stickers on those as well, and those are also, it was very noticeable on the sticker sheet that the cut was bad, but when they're on here, I don't think it's as noticeable. It's not as big of a deal, so that's very cool. So besides the stickers, we have this really interesting Spider-Man monster truck. So I built a few different Lego monster trucks. These wheels are similar to sets, some like Technic sets. The Batman from the Lego Batman movie Batmobile used some of these wheels, and the Monster Jam wheels. So they're big, they're very squishy, have a lot of give in them there. And I really like this. I think it was an interesting build. It didn't go as expected. The main bulk of the vehicle is 6 wide, so that's similar to some city stuff that's out there, which feels a little bit weird because now like the 2024 Spider-Man set with the Spider-Man race car is an 8 wide race car, and so maybe if they did this now, they would make it 8 wide. I'm not sure about that, but you start out building this kind of whole core in the bottom here, and that's where there was that error. And there's some interesting stuff in there. There's some Technic, and there was just some kind of interesting building because there are like some suspension things in here, some working suspension kind of. And I think these round brick pieces, these round pieces, are supposed to act as sort of a visual representation of that, even though those aren't there. But what we have is essentially the axle in the front going through these pieces here. And then above that, we have those rubber kind of 1x2 grommet pieces on either side. And that's the same at the back. So these can kind of compress the rubber grommet in here and then go back to normal. So this can rock back and forth, and one wheel could go up independently or individually, and they can roll over stuff. So that's pretty well achieved. It's not I don't think I've seen exactly this type of mechanism used for working suspension, but I thought it worked pretty well there. So the whole kind of core of that is interesting. For the most part, it's 2 stud wide with a few exceptions, and then you kind of build up the whole rest of this thing separate from that. So then we build the kind of the body of the truck. So we use these fender pieces here, which are fine, which are nice. I do like the color blocking of the like white underneath here, the kind of dark blue navy there, and then another stripe of white, and then the red up top. I actually think that looks really, really great, and it looks intentional, and it really works for me. So that's very cool. And then we just have some different details going all around here. So like I said, we have the front bumper with the license plate there. We have kind of a grill with some headlights, the impression of mirrors here on the side, some lights up on top as well. We can fit a figure in here, pretty much just fit one figure in there, center steering, so that's okay. This is easy enough to put on and take off for the most part. I had a little bit of trouble earlier and I couldn't figure out why, but there we go. So that can pop on and off there pretty easily. Around the back, we do have the rear bumper. We have some lights on the side, some more translucent stuff in there of different colors for some lights on the back. I don't know if this is supposed to be exhaust really or what it is, but it's a piece that I see used in some city sets and other vehicle sets and stuff like that. And then there's some functionality in here which is pretty cool. And you can see at the back we have this really interesting piece. It's not one that I encounter super often, and there's a Technic bit out here, and that is to raise and lower this kind of cannon thing here. So again, there's some Technic construction in there that makes that work. It's a very simple mechanism, but it's effective, and it's nice how it kind of is recessed into the back of the truck. Not maybe as much as I would have liked, and you know, if there was a way to do kind of a full roof here that could be popped off when this activates, that I think would be better, but it's still okay here. And this is a web launcher or net launcher here. So we have this white Lego netting in a round cut there, and that can be loaded into the kind of cannon here, and theoretically it can be pushed back. This can go back here, this can stick out the rear there, which is good that they considered that, and then it can be pushed and launched, and that's works pretty well actually. So I recently encountered one of these, or a kind of a different version of one of these in the Scuddler, the Batman Scuddler from the Lego Batman movie, and I haven't reviewed that yet for the channel, but I built it a good while ago actually, and I recorded like half of the video for the channel and then haven't finished it. But that had a net launcher that was different than this, different piece for the like barrel and for the triggering mechanism, and a much different netting piece. So that's really interesting, but I do like how that works, and it was pretty cool. I landed on Doc Ock there, so that's not too bad. I like you know, seeing interesting stuff here, and I like when things just work in Lego, and this is a time when that seems to just work. So that's really great. You know, because that takes up so much bulk in the rear of this, there really isn't too much room for example, you know, Spider-Gwen to go along for the ride here. So if Spider-Man is driving this, Spider-Gwen is maybe on their skateboard or swinging in or whatever else, and that's just the reality because you can pretty much only fit one in the cab. There's not really a good place for the rest of this to accommodate another minifigure here. As far as the villains go, you know, they can be caught and just webbed up somewhere in play and be captured and brought to jail or whatever else. They can escape on their own if they want, and different stuff here. And I think, you know, the stud shooters could fire at this, could fire at the other villains here, the other characters. The web could be aimed at these drones, which would be very nice. You know, there's not a real way to aim this. It can't be tilted up and down the way that it's put together, and it can't be swiveled at all either. So you really have to kind of line this up, and this doesn't have like active steering, but it does have the suspension there, and that can maybe get you some stuff, but with enough imagination you can probably figure out a good way to aim this and make it fun and interactive and everything else there. So very, very cool, and kind of a unique little thing that I see there. So this set's really, really interesting. I will show the extra pieces, and so I already showed kind of some of the loot, the ingots, and the tiles with the money print and different stuff over here. You get an extra of the blast for Mysterio, extra studs for the stud shooters on the drones. And then this was kind of unique. These web blast pieces come in a prepackaged bag, so if you ever are going to get any of these, you get all of them in whatever color they come in. And so I got the rest of the kind of frosted glass looking cloudy translucent web blasts here, and then the rest of the extra pieces, and pretty standard stuff here, your 1x1s, your studs, your tiles, extra gem here, extra of the clear piece that can fit in a minifigure hand, the stud shooter trigger, different tiles, cheese slopes, some of the translucent pieces used for lights. This kind of rim piece from really small like city wheels is used in a place that I don't know if you can really see. It's actually behind this Technic T-beam, and behind this piece, it's kind of in between these Technic bits and the like rubber bushing pieces there. So it's kind of tucked away back there, which is interesting. I don't know if it serves a real purpose for anything, but that's in there as well, and it is small enough such that you get an extra one. So those are the extra pieces there. And this set is 439 pieces, and I paid $32 for this set. Now, it is retired. I didn't have to pay any premium because it's a retired set, which I'm super grateful for, because I just found this on a shelf, like I said. 4 minifigures in here, no leg printing on any of the minifigures, but still 4 minifigures that are relatively good, all things considered. I mean, this Doc Ock is crazy with all of the arms here and stuff like that. It's really a big build. It's a substantial thing there. Really happy to get Mysterio with the special kind of magic stuff here, and the headpiece there, which is nice, and the torso is good too. Spider-Gwen and Spider-Man I have multiple of, but that's fine. Nice to get this woven kind of net piece here from Lego, and different accessories. 2 of these drones, again, not an insignificant amount of pieces used in those. And then we have this pretty sizable monster truck here. So I feel like this is actually a lot of Lego just for 439 pieces. It feels like this should be more than that, and it's not. So they really got a lot out of this set. I feel like 439 pieces. There are sets that are much smaller than this that have higher piece counts, and it just feels like it's in this interesting little zone here, because a good amount of pieces go up into these, and you do get more than one. Good amount of pieces go up into the other accessories for other minifigures, and then the rest of them are dedicated to this. You do get the big tires, which is really nice here. You do get the kind of a net launcher piece, which is not a super common piece as far as I'm aware. So that's unique. And so I think, $32 for 439 pieces in 2024 is a great deal, almost no matter what set it is. But then when I get something with Spider-Man, with IP related, 4 minifigures here, side build stuff, and a very solid main build, I feel like I got a super steal on this set. So $32 was really, really great. And I imagine if it retailed for $40, several years ago, then I would have got it for 20% off, and that so $8 off brings it down to $32, and that's what it rang up at the store. Super random find, super lucky to have found it, and I really enjoyed it, and I think I got an incredible value. Like I said, I thought I saw these online. Like when I initially scanned it on the app for the store, it said it was like $80, $85, $87, and I kind of looked around a little bit, and I think there are some on Bricklink that are in maybe the $50 range before shipping and stuff like that, so that's not terrible either, but I think I got a really, really great deal. I would have loved for this set if I got it for $40. If I had to pay $50, I probably would have said that was fine, actually. So getting it for $32 feels like a super, super good deal, and I'm really, really pleased with that. So a lot of fun here and some really good stuff. Wish the sticker sheet was cut out a little better, and there's a few other nitpicky things here, but overall this is really quite good, and I had a lot of fun building it, a lot of fun talking about it, and I think I got a great value. So very nice. If you like this video, please click the thumbs up and give it a like. If you like my other videos, click the subscribe button so you can stay up to date on all the LEGO videos I'll be doing here in the future, including more LEGO Marvel, more Spider-Man stuff, and then just tons of other LEGO sets from all different themes, all different shape, size, price point, piece count, tons of different stuff. So subscribe so you don't miss any of those upcoming videos. I'm going to have some old sets, new sets, hard to find sets, big sets, small sets, tons of different stuff. And I appreciate all the subscriptions. That helps me a lot. And if you want to support this channel, you can do that right here on YouTube with membership, supers, and thanks. All of that stuff also really helps. Every little bit helps, so I appreciate it. And I still have the Patreon. It's in the video description on my channel page, patreon.com/sobricks, and you can get access to all my videos early, as well as some exclusive videos and some other stuff over there in the works, like videos I'm making for going to brick conventions, which I have coming up. I guess this video probably won't be up before I go to that, but at the time of recording this, I think coming up in the near future, I'll have a brick convention and some other stuff. So if you want to see those, eventually I'll let the channel know, and those will probably be exclusive to like Patreon or members on YouTube here. But either way, like I say, every little bit helps and it is appreciated. So thank you very much. And with all of that said, until next time, thanks. Bye.